Hi everyone, David Burgess here with Keller Williams Realty, and today I want to talk about bank-owned homes and why they can be such a good purchase if you are looking for an investment home or a home that may have a couple of issues and isn't brand spanking new, gleaming or in its prime condition. So right now I'm in a home in Brandon and I will give you a little tour, but first of all I wanted to talk about the basically the deal that I've just put together for my buyers. This was a home owned by the bank. It's a 3-2 in Brandon, right in the heart of Brandon, so it's in an excellent location. And this lady's just recently gone through a divorce, so it wasn't very easy trying to find her a home underneath 200,000. She was approved, but she needed assistance with closing costs. Now with bank-owned homes, that isn't always easy. But I showed her a load of homes and it was hard. There's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of other buyers in her boat who don't necessarily need buyers' closing costs paid. So it was tough. We saw a lot of homes and eventually we came across this one. This one was originally listed at like 226, which I think was probably a little bit too high. Well, I know it was too high because of the appraisal coming in, but it was listed at 226 and eventually it stayed on the market and eventually come down to 210 and then to 200 and then it got down to 190. So it came on her radar once it was at 190. We came and had a look at it and it's a very good home, great bones. You know, it has a few issues, but I'll give you a little tour in a second. You can see it for yourself. But cutting a long story short, we actually got under contract for 191,000 and asked for 5,700 back in closing costs, which is 3%. The bank didn't really like it at first and tried to structure the deal where there was no closing costs paid and we paid more and that kind of thing. But eventually we went back and said, no, this is going to be our best offer. So they accepted it. So they accepted 5,700 back on 191, not 190,000. And the inspection came back and there was a few issues where, there were certain things that needed to be done, nothing major. The biggest concern was, the AC unit is old, it's dated, it still runs absolutely fine in here now, it's very cool, but it probably only has like a year or two left on it, so it's something that the buyer had to consider. And the water heater doesn't give off the best, the best flow basically of water. If you're running 2 or 3 taps at a time, it can, the actual flow of water does slow down quite significantly. So although it's fine, it probably is going to need a new water heater soon too. So yeah, there's certain things to consider, but the appraisal actually came back at 195,000. So and that was in an as-is condition with absolutely no, no contingencies or conditions that needed to be met to meet that 195. So she's already got equity in the home and had her closing costs paid just by, having to take care of a couple of issues down the line, which she's fully aware of. So yeah, I'll just show you why I really like this home. And I will flip you around actually so you can see for yourself. Hang on a sec, right, that's it. So, yeah, this is, you've got the kitchen behind me here. So it's a nice kitchen, stainless steel appliances. It doesn't have granite countertops, they're just Formica with like a laminate, but it does look modern and the cabinets are white and clean. So yeah, I will actually come through this way so you can see the backyard. It's got one of the best things about it is it's actually got a very big backyard. The home was built in the 80s, so it's just considered a bigger lot than some of the homes that we have seen. It's got a nice screened-in lanai and patio area. I'll just show you here. We have it's like a formal dining room. It's 1,500 square feet, by the way. This home about 1,550. And this is the master, so this is the master bedroom here, which is it's a pretty good size. It's got, if you look here, it's got the bathroom behind me. You've got a closet there. You know, you've got two sinks here, and yeah, you've got a good walk-in wardrobe there. It's just a very good size for a starter home, really, and it's very much a starter home. It's a lady and her son moving in here, and it's got. I'll just show you the other bedrooms that are on the other side of the home, and I'll show you the outside of it. So this is another bedroom here. Not a bad size. It's not huge, obviously, but it's big enough. You've got a bathroom here, which I know you can't really see too well, and then you've got another bedroom here. Absolutely perfect size for this lady. Like I said, she's just looking for a home in a great location, a 3-bed, 2-bath, and it's just something that isn't easy to get under contract with at all at this price point in this market. Honestly, I showed her homes where we were literally lining up with other agents and other buyers to get in the door. It was very, very hard, but we got under contract with this one in the start of December. I think it was December the 6th in 2017. It's now mid-January, and we've just closed on it. So it didn't really take that long either. There was a few headaches along the way, because the title company is like in California, nowhere near here, time zones, and it's trying to, you know, the closing was in my office, so like a mobile closer had to come to my office and do the closing. So there was a little bit, it wasn't as straightforward as what a normal kind of closing is, but let me just take you outside and I'll show you the curb appeal of this house. It does need cleaning. I mean, it does need a bit of obviously a clean. You can't really see it too well here, but I will show you the street that it's on. If you just come through here, sorry, 2 seconds. So you can see the house behind me. It's actually a very quiet street, very close to Providence. It's basically just off Providence. Sorry. I know this isn't the most professional of videos, photography work here, but so that is the home there, as you can see. And it's just got great curb appeal, very quiet neighborhood in a great location. So if you're willing to not have such a gleaming brand new home in its prime condition, definitely consider a bank-owned home. You know, I've sold a few of them now. The only thing I would recommend is that if you are one of those buyers who gets an emotional attachment to a home, it can be quite tricky. Sometimes, you know, these homes are best for investors, because investors come in, they do a job and they flip it or they rent it, and there isn't any emotion involved. This lady really loved this home the minute I showed her it, but it wasn't straightforward getting it for her. So I wouldn't always recommend it for certain people because of that emotional attachment. Depends if it's going to be your primary residence, but listen, if you're looking for a cheaper home, short sales and bank-owned homes can be a great option. One last time, there it is. Love it. It's got so much charisma, this home, and character, and it's in a great location. So, bank-owned homes, yeah, if I can be of any help, please reach out to me and I'll be happy to tell you all about this one and the other ones that I've sold before. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.